Today we're going to be seeing how Chef Jean-Pierre makes his egg fried rice. And I think he's retired as well. It's sad to see him go, but at least we have his videos. Now, let's get started.
Well, hello there, friends. Let me show you how I make fried rice. Chicken fried rice I'm going to make for you today. I got a bunch of stuff we can put in it, too, to make it fun.
Well, let's see how Chef Jean-Pierre makes his egg fried rice. I see he has a wok, so we're starting off on a good foot right now. He's not going to be using a sauté pan.
Don't worry about it. Relax. Have a couple of drinks. It won't take that long. But I'm going to violate everything you know about making fried rice.
I think Chef Jean-Pierre means this for people like Uncle Roger, no? Because he has that big warning in red. Yes, this is not traditional egg fried rice.
First of all, I'm using a non-stick wok because I got one. You don't have one? Use whatever wok you like to use, my friends. I am also, you can put a cooking oil, but I like better butter. Yeah, so I'm going to put a bit of clarified butter.
Chef Jean-Pierre is French, so we can tell that he's going to be making this more the French way. Now, he's already adding butter to this. It's nothing wrong with adding butter, but I'm sure Uncle Roger would have something to say. I mean, we've seen people add lard, we've seen people add butter even, and we've seen people add oil, and Uncle Roger has had something to say about the butter before.
A little bit of clarified butter. You don't have any of that, just use your cooking oil, whatever you want, my friends, whatever it is. Don't worry about it. Cooking is supposed to be fun. Relax, have fun. We're not sending a man on the moon. We're just making a little fried rice. Really, really simple stuff. First thing we're going to do.
Sometimes, I don't know, it does seem kind of like rocket science, doesn't it? I mean, with the amount of detail that we've seen some people make their egg fried rice. Don't forget, we saw one Chinese chef, actually use chicken stock to make egg fried rice. It was super strange.
Actually, no, that's not the first thing we're going to do. We're going to cook the eggs first. I'm going to put them away. I got 3 eggs that I broke. I'm making enough for 2 servings. Probably going to be a little bit more than 2 servings, but...
Oh my goodness. If he's going to be adding all this for 2 servings, I'll tell you that the appetite for those 2 people has to be for at least 6. Like, seriously. Well, then again, I'm over in Europe, and I have noticed that my actual portion sizes have gotten smaller. I have noticed this.
Okay, we're going to put the egg in there. Let's check the temperature. We don't want it to be too hot. But we want it to be hot enough so it cooks at about 200, 250 is good enough. We're going to take the eggs. We're going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in there. Let's go a little hotter. I don't want to be too hot. A little salt and pepper in there. All right, and then we're going to break the egg. We're not going to overcook them. And then we're going to remove them.
Right, so it sounds like Chef Jean-Pierre is going to be doing what we've seen Chef Wong Gong do. He's going to be cooking the eggs and taking them out, so he's cooking in portions. The big difference though between what Chef Jean-Pierre has is he has a normal kitchen setup. So this is a Western style kitchen that doesn't have a very powerful like jet engine, no, for a wok station. Those wok stations have so many BTUs that it literally looks like a jet engine is shooting flames out the back. When you have something like that, you can cook instantaneously. You can get different flavors. With this style of cooking and our Western style, it's not quite the same.
We're going to remove them. A lot of people overcook them. I don't like to overcook them. Like I said, friends, it's the way I make it. You don't like it the way I make it? Then don't make it. But this is a really simple way. You want to have a nice little dinner, cook them a little bit, that's it. They're cooked, they're done.
Some of you think that the eggs are still a little wet. This is typically perfect when you make like a French omelette or something, or scrambled eggs, even in France. They're still a little wet because that way you don't need to add sauce.
You want to have a quick dinner one night, you don't want to do too much work, preparing and things. I make a little fried rice. Really simple, my friends, eh? All right, so now we got our eggs, we can add them later. Let's crank the heat a little bit. We're going to put them there. We'll put them at the end. I got some chicken. I got about an 8-ounce breast of chicken. Skinless and boneless. Then I diced in little dice. I diced it in little dice.
All right, well, and this is something that Uncle Roger would have a beef with. He would say to use chicken thighs, not breasts.
Leave it up to me. I come up with some really good English lesson for everybody. So look, we're going to put the chicken in there.
You know, I have to admit, I agree with him. It kind of seems like his stove's not working, is it?
Wish this thing was a little hotter, but that's okay. We're going to put some red onion because I got them. And red onion are fantastic for this, folks, because they don't need to be caramelized like a regular white or Spanish onion, okay? So we're going to put them in there.
Or use shallots. Shallots are actually used in egg fried rice. I use shallots at home. And maybe carrots too.
They're great if you have them. You don't have it, just regular onion, but you got to put it first, okay? All right, so far easy, right? I'm going to give it some color a little bit, right? Now, I got asparagus. You're going to say, asparagus? How do I get asparagus? Right now, it's in season. They're wonderful. So I had them. I made them last night for dinner. And I said, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to make a fried rice. I'm going to save some. So I poached them in boiling water.
Now, Chef Jean-Pierre is talking from a very French point of view here, a very French perspective. In France, not only will you peel them, but what I had to do, all right, because there are different ways of peeling them. With a green asparagus, you can peel them, but very lightly because you don't want to take off that green color. You can actually peel them from the tip down. Or what you can do is that they still have little leaves along the stem. You can take a little paring knife and pick off the little leaves. It's more presentable this way.
You got to peel them. You got to peel asparagus. Some people said, oh, nobody peels asparagus. Well, I do. And if you peel them, you can eat the whole thing. That's the beauty about it. If you forgot, watch the video where I cut all the vegetables. Jack is going to put a link right there for you guys so you can see it. You peel them, you poach them in boiling water.
True, if they're already cut, you don't want to poach them at the same time unless you don't care. If they're still whole, it's okay to do that. Normally you want to do it separately because you're going to actually decorate and use the asparagus tips for garnish. So if you mix them, you're going to have to pick them out. But if this is just going to be for egg fried rice in the end.
Very simple dish, my friend. This is like a... So, small dice on the bell pepper. If you haven't seen the video to do small dice, check it out. That's the same video we do the asparagus, we do all the vegetables. It's going to be a video that's going to live on YouTube for years. It's a wonderful one. So many people say, you know, I've been cooking for 50 years. I've been doing it wrong for 50 years.
Not everyone has the same method on cutting things. This is something that you need to realize in the kitchen. That even though that you may cut something one way, another chef may have another method on doing it. It doesn't mean that either method is wrong, because normally what I've learned throughout my cooking experience and history and working in all the different countries, it doesn't really matter if you do it this way or that way. If in the end it gets the job done and it's the same results, it's fine. Then we have other examples like Jack or Cooking with Kay, and those are different, okay? I'm not including those.
I love the comments. I try to read them all. Sometimes it's difficult, friends, because between all the videos that we have online now, we got, I don't know, 150, 200 videos. One day we can get 1,000 comments.
Now this is another thing that's a very French technique. In French cooking, normally when you add finished products together, there will be certain elements of the mise en place that's already done, already pre-cooked. What this does is it speeds up the cooking time at the end.
Everything you put in the stir fry's got to be cooked, my friend. Put a broccoli in there. It got to be cooked. They got to be, they got to be poached in boiling water and in nice water. We're gonna put a little soy sauce in there, a little tamari. Put it around, right? We're gonna put a little bit of hot sauce. That's up to you guys, eh? I put just a little bit. I don't want to put too much. That's really up to you.
You know, thinking about it, Uncle Roger would have a few things to say right now, because normally you add the rice before you add the soy sauce. The reason is you want to fry the rice, basically. If you add the soy now, it has sugars in it, it can start to burn or caramelize.
At the end, we're going to put a little bit of toasted sesame oil, just a little bit at the end to give it this amazing toasty flavor of, I love it. I absolutely love it. So look, we're looking good, right? Now we're going to put the rice. The rice, friends, I use jasmine rice. Jasmine rice was cooked. It's best if you do it the day before, friends. Okay. This was 1 cup of rice.
And when chefs talk about the one day before thing, this is for the house, right? Because we don't have blast chillers in the house. If this was a restaurant and they're going to be using chilled rice, more than likely they're going to be cooking the rice the same day, chilling it super rapidly in the blast chiller, and then using that for service.
Again, we have this awesome video about how to cook the rice, perfect rice. The idea, friends, of cooking the perfect rice is to make sure you put butter. Yeah, you put butter in anything, it'll make it taste good.
Butter is the secret to everything. If it doesn't taste good, add butter. If it's not quite right and you don't know what to add, butter.
It's better with butter. That should be my slogan. It's better with butter. It really is. I don't care what you cook.
You should put that on a t-shirt. Butter is better. Butter is better. Well, maybe I should. Thinking about it, that would be good.
You put butter in it, it's going to taste good, okay? Look, a little more soy sauce right there on the left. Just a little bit more. Then we're putting the egg, my friends, right there on top, just like this. Boom. We're gonna break them up. So now you have an egg that is not overcooked. Then it's perfect. Break it up. And right here, my friends, you got yourself a beautiful fried rice.
If we take a quick look at this egg fried rice, I would say that if Uncle Roger was watching this, that it looks too wet. Yes, this is one big thing. Also, there's no MSG, right? Because you know that that's a deal breaker with anything when we talk about Asian cuisine with him. The soy sauce hasn't had time to evaporate, and it doesn't seem like the food is quite fried.
Sesame oil, just a little bit on top, friends. And right there, you have yourself a beautiful, delicious fried rice, just a touch of toasted sesame oil. Just a little bit, just like this.
Adding sesame oil is extremely pungent. So if you add a little bit of this to the stir fry or the egg fried rice at the end and then toss it, you'll taste it, you will notice it. The fact that he added this to the finished dish is going to be very strong, the flavor. It's a good thing our orange uncle's not going to be watching this because parsley is a forbidden word.
You can also give it a little freshness here. I got a little chopped parsley or cilantro, whatever you want. Right, turn this off. I'm going to test it, friends. I'm very excited. I love this. I love my life, period. I love to cook for you guys. It's a lot of fun. You guys are so nice, let me tell you. I tell every chef, friends of mine that I have, you retire, start your own YouTube channel. Share with the YouTube community out there everything you know. I help them, I promote them.
This is something that I honestly wish that my father did. He passed away about 4 years ago, but he worked more than 50 years in the kitchen and he would have loved like making the videos. It would have been nice if he could have been able to help me with my channel as well. But in any case, if there are any retired chefs watching this, it doesn't hurt to share your knowledge with people, and as a matter of fact, it's a better thing that you do, because in the end, there are so many wannabe chefs and other people that think that they know how to cook, and in reality, they don't know anything. Something that a lot of us chefs have, we don't like to share our secrets with people, because we have our secret recipes and techniques. And these things are what make our food different than other chefs. So if we explain this to everyone, some chefs may feel like, well, then there's no secret, is there? No special je ne sais quoi.
Go in there and start your own YouTube channel if you're a chef and you have time to do it. If you're retired, by all means, you have time to do it. Look. Oh. 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 I love it. One more thing. Remember the rice? You should cook it the day before. You put it on a cookie sheet and you leave it in the fridge, open, not covered. So it gets a little dry in there. Don't forget to put the butter.
All right, that was an excellent video with Chef Jean-Pierre. He did a good job, but not quite what I think Uncle Roger would approve of.
Sorry, children.